Alright guys, so in the last episode we took a brief tour around my Earthbag home, and on this episode I promised you we would take a tour on the inside of my off-grid sustainable Earthbag home built in the mountains of Ghana. So stay tuned on the Eric McNeil Be Free Show.
Black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Hey guys, so welcome to my channel. This is the Eric McNeil Be Free Show, where I show you how to be financially independent, responsible for self, enjoy life, and empower others. Free. So on this episode, let's take a brief tour around the inside of my off-grid Earthbag home that I built here in the mountains of Ghana. And this time, what we'll do is just take a brief tour, and on a future episodes, we'll go deeper into some of the various systems that we put in there, some of the mistakes and things that we changed and upgraded, and we'll get deeper into the details. But for right now, I just want to give you a brief tour around the inside. Let's go in, and right now I'm entering from the veranda into the kitchen area. So this enters directly into the kitchen area, and you'll notice that all of the cabinets and all of the wood are stained with like a mahogany type stain. And also notice that all of the cabinets and all of the doors are actually real hard wood. So that was one of the requirements about building. So the cabinetry and the doors were a huge expense because I wanted real hard wood as opposed to some of the engineered wood that you see now, the MDF stuff. And the problem with some of the MDF and engineered wood is that there's a lot of controversy about whether that stuff can cause cancer or not. And you know, so I just wanted to avoid that. I wanted to you know, the tried and true real hard wood. And also, one thing about the MDF type woods or the engineered wood is if that stuff gets wet for a period of time, you see it buckling up, and in a few years you have to replace that stuff. But these hardwood cabinets, they will last you for as long as you have the home. So that's what I like about real hard wood, and I believe it's the best way to go. You know, if you like the MDF stuff, hey, more power to you. But because we have real hard wood in here, basically we had to go to the lumber yard and they had to cut the wood, and somebody there has to actually make the doors. So everything had to be made from scratch. So anyway, the kitchen is approximately maybe, I forget, I'll put the plans up, but I believe it's a little over 200 square feet if I'm not mistaken, but I'll put the plans up. So it's actually quite a large kitchen, and you can see that the ceiling in my home, it goes up to about, it slants, so it goes from 8 feet all the way up to like 18 feet or so. So very, very high ceilings. And what this is designed after, I told you last time that this is a design that's similar to the Earthship. So you can see that, you know, this design by a gentleman named Owen Geiger, which is a zero energy Earthbag home, has the same type of feel as an Earthship. You have these windows at the very top to let in light so that you don't have to depend on your electricity as much. So the idea is to let as much light through the home so it's always bright. So now, right now what I've done is just I turned on virtually every light in the house to let you see that the solar can handle it, because it's the sun is out, so the solar, has no problem handling the load as long as you have sun. But of course, if you don't have sun, then you have to depend on your batteries. Anyway, in the kitchen, we have granite countertops, and there's granite countertops all throughout the house, in the bathrooms as well as the kitchen. So in here, it's kind of I guess a blackish color, granite countertops. And we have the tile. The tiles are textured, so tiles were, I think, imported from Italy, I believe. So we chose to go with some of the nicer things in the house because we definitely wanted to be a high quality home. So a lot of the details we paid attention to, you just don't see in most homes. And also there's stainless steel, the stainless steel appliances, and you have the head that comes out and release. And you have a very large washing area with 2 bays in it, right? So a double bowl. So again, then you have your stove, and you come around and more cabinets. So we have a lot of cabinet space, a lot of countertop space. And we have an island in here as well. Then we have the refrigerator, and I don't do microwave. I have a dehydrator, but I don't do microwave. Then we have the tiles as well down there that were imported as well. I mean, we didn't import, we purchased it from a local store, but it tells you right over on the tile where it came from. But this is, as I told you, half of the house plan. So the other half of the house plan, which the new owners may or may not build, will actually open up, and this will come out, right, and go right into, so that would be a living room area, so that you have a counter here where you can pass things directly into a living room area. So that's how the original plans were designed, so that this would be half, but it would be functional as an entire house if we decided not to build the other half. Now, and you can see that we also have an air conditioner unit in the kitchen as well. And then we left an area where if we wanted to put a ceiling fan or some type of larger light fixture up there, we could do that as well. And you have the cornice around the edges, and we also call that crown molding in the U.S. And the ceiling is POP, plaster POP ceiling. So as we come out the kitchen and we take a left and we come into a pantry area. So the pantry area, just holds various food items or canned goods, or what have you that you want to store. And in this area, you can see that we also have a deep freezer, and it's open because we don't use it. The deep freezer, it's probably been used twice. We went to the market and got seafood or something that we needed to store, but we don't use that deep freezer, so we have plenty enough room in our refrigerator freezer. All right, so if you turn around in the pantry area, and again, even the cabinetry in here is made of real hard wood, so these had to be made right here on site by the carpenter. All right, so as we come in here, we have a washer, and we have the solar system. So again, this is the pantry area. And you'll notice that as we walk through the house, one of the things that I was adamant about is not using a lot of different color tiles. So we have maybe, we have one color tile that went from the kitchen to the pantry area. Then we have another colored tile, and those tiles are ceramic, and these tiles are porcelain. But we have this color that goes from the hallway to the rooms, and then we have another different tile that's ceramic in the bathrooms. So we have three different types of tiles. But one of the things, I told them we weren't going to put a different color tile in each room. I think that's far too much, and you notice that I stuck with like neutral colors, like a brownish, and even with cat, like a brownish, because more people, a neutral color appeals to more people. And sometimes when you're building a house, you have a tendency to want to get these light, bright colors like red and whatever, so my wife wanted some of those type of colors because she's like, oh, I like that. But I was like, there's so many other people that don't like that. So if you ever decide to sell your house, you're going to immediately turn off a lot of buyers from that. So if you stick with neutral colors, you have something that you can enjoy. But if you decide to sell it, then you have something that people would be attracted to immediately. So you see that I stick with colors that I know a lot of people are attracted to. And so when we put the house up, we had no problem finding buyers immediately because we didn't go with all of those outlandish colors. I mean, they're not outlandish. They're just, they appeal to you, but they don't appeal to a lot of other people. So anyway, if we turn down the hallway, so now we're in the hallway, and you can see, again, I said I had all of the lights on, so you can see that the lights are on in here as well. And you also have the crown molding in here as well. And if you look over here, you see that we also have some windows coming through the top, so you let the light in from the sun as well. So you get a lot of daylight in this house. And also notice how thick the walls are. And this is the thing about an Earthbag home, is you have very, very thick walls. And also you get the thermal mass. And that's, basically thermal mass allows it to hold the heat so that in the house it's always pretty much a constant temperature. So if it gets cold outside, then it absorbs, then that heat is it's released. And if it gets hot outside, then heat goes into the walls. So you're under dirt, you're underneath the dirt. So the temperature inside the house is a constant temperature. Never gets too hot, never gets too cold. It's always a constant temperature. So although we have air conditioners, we have like 3 air conditioners in this house, but we never use that. I don't have to use the air conditioners because it just remains a constant temperature that's comfortable. So we're walking toward the front door here, and you can see we have at the front door, instead of doing like a steel security door, I did 2 wood doors. And the reason I did that is because the idea was that if this was going to be extended, if the home was going to be extended, then this area would open into the living room, and you'd have 2 more rooms over there. So right now, as it stands, the home is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath home. But if they finish it, it would be a 4-bedroom and a 2-bath home. So this area would essentially, you would walk into the living room. So that's why instead of putting steel security doors, I put the wooden doors there, right? And you just open those doors there. And here we put a swinging door, so it would swing both ways. So it come both ways, so So in that way, if you're bringing food or something, you can easily get in and out. All right, so in this little area, all right, so the light bulb is out right here, so that light is not on. But at any rate, this is the second bedroom. So this is the second bedroom, and you can notice that we have the cornice up there, a little circle, and we have the ceiling fan. Maybe if I cut this light off of it, you can see it better. I think you can get a better view of it. All right, so the ceiling fan's imported from Europe, so they wasn't the Asian ceiling fans that you usually see around here. So a bit nicer. And you can see if we turn the lights off and turn them on, we get, actually I don't know if it'll come through the camera, but it turns a different color. So it's kind of a different effect if you turn them off and turn them on, right? So anyway, okay, let's see. So this is, again, the second bedroom, and you can see that we use the same tile. And over here we have another cabinet and my books. So I tell people if that was anything that I would import, if I had to do it all over again and move the gun, I would have sold everything with the exception of my books. But everything else I would have just sold. I would not bring it over. I would just repurchase it over here. But you can see. And we have a wardrobe here. Again, all made on site. So it's like it has three different compartments here. And I don't use it for clothes. Again, I use it to store some of my books. So we don't, yeah, I don't have that many clothes. So, and the same here. Books and more books. So anyway, this is the second bedroom, and I guess this is about 200 square feet also. So fairly large second bedroom. All right, so let's move on. And now we'll go down the hall into the master bedroom. So the master bedroom is extremely large, very, very large. Again, you see a lot of daylight comes through. I have the ceiling fan and the lights on, so I'm going to cut this light off. I think we might be able to get a better view in here if we cut the lights off, because all the daylight is coming through. So you can see at the ceiling we have POP, and we have a design up there as well. So kind of a little design with the POP ceiling. So have cornice, the crown molding all around. So I think this bedroom might be 500 square feet, something, but very large bedroom we decided to put in here. And the carpenter also made actually made the bed and the nightstands as well. So the same carpenter who did all of the woodwork in here. So you see we have lots of windows. So if I had to do it over again, I would not use the louvers, like these louvers that we use for the windows, which you traditionally see people using here. They're nice because they're inexpensive and they let the air come through easily. But the problem is that because we get a lot of dust coming through here, sometimes you just, during certain times of the season, you just want to close those things and close them off, but you can never really close these things well enough, so you always have dust coming in. So if I do, when we do more building, we will be doing more building, we won't use those again. We'll just use the sliding windows, and yeah, we won't use that again. But anyway, we have a double door that opens out to the veranda as well. So and again, a king-size bed in this room. Show you how. And then we have an AC in this room that's never used. And you see very, very high ceilings. Now here's a tip too. Quick tip. When I came to Ghana, I had a hard time finding a quality mattress at a reasonable price. So when we started looking for a mattress, a lot of the people that, my carpenter was suggesting, they had they weren't used mattresses, but a lot of times they were rejects, but they were the name brands that I was familiar with. And so we were looking there, but a friend of mine who's a chiropractor, she owns, Dr. Gigi owns Dimensions of Chiropractic Wellness in East Legon, and she said, what you need to do is, there's a company, you can find them with outlets in like Malcolm stores, but they have their own stores, and she said they sell orthopedic mattresses at a reasonable price. And so we went and we found them in one of the Malcolm stores, and true enough, they have the pillow top mattresses that I'm used to, right, and exactly what I was looking for. And they're called Silent Night, because before the main mattress company here was Ash Foam, and Ash Foam's equivalent mattress to this was like 4,000 cities, and these guys I think were like 2,000, 2,500 cities, so almost half the price. But anyway, that's a tip if you're looking for a good mattress. All right, so once we walk out of the bedroom, the master bed, we come into a walk-in closet area that also doubles right now as my office space. So you can see that I have a little cabinet, a little desk installed in here as well, and you can see my monitors and my computer. So I do, I'm also a trader, and if I'm trading in the markets, I need more actual monitor space so I can see what's going on in various markets that I'm trading. And you can see we have more window area in here as well. All right, so this is my little work area where I'm usually working at most of the times, and then behind me we have more shelf space for clothes and whatnot. So this is a walk-in closet. So, and then after we come through the walk-in closet, we come into the master bath. Again, we have granite countertops throughout the bathrooms as well. So this is the master bathroom. And you can see we have stainless steel appliances, well, not appliances, but fixtures. And we have tiles, right? We have tiles going around the entire bathroom. And in this bathroom, originally what we were going to do in this bathroom was just put a bathtub, and then in that bathtub just have a shower. But I changed, because the bathroom was fairly large, I changed my mind and said, okay, Brandon, go ahead and put a shower, a separate shower in this bathroom as well. And that's what we did. So we had just enough room to do that. And again, we have stainless steel fixture in here as well. Okay. And you'll notice in here, like the tub in here, it's metal. It's not these little plastic tight tubs that, within a few years, they're dingy and they have to be replaced very quickly. This is a sturdy metal tub, so very solid. So we just did, I just wanted the house to be extremely solid, and you'll notice that I put a lot of fixtures in a lot of houses that I go to. You only see like one outlet in the room. And I was like, man, I need more outlets in this. So, and also with these outlets, these are universal, so you don't have to be looking for adapters to change over this one. It will take any type of adapter, so they're universal. And we put a lot of them around the house, so you wouldn't be confined to just like one. All right, so that is the master bathroom. I guess I guess we didn't go into the second bathroom, so we'll go back down the hall and we'll go into the second bathroom. And you can see that the doors have half of them have glass in the door with like a white tint, so you can't see through it, but it's a glass door. And then some of the doors are just solid, like these are solid. So the bathrooms have the glass in them. All right. So this is the second bathroom area, and again you can see it has a little cabinet space with granite countertops again. So and you can see we have the tile going around the entire bathroom area. And you see we have, in the bathroom area, you see we have a different color tile. So these are actually ceramic tiles, and so they have a little more texture to them, so you won't slip up, right, if it gets wet. Right? And I think these tiles may have actually been marketed as being for like an outdoor area, but we felt, it felt great to be in the bathroom. All right, so again, we have the same tub in here that we got in the other one, and in here we just we have that same fixture that we used in the shower, but we just put it in the bathtub. So all right, so that is pretty much it. Yep, that is it. So now you see the inside of the house. So this is the inside, and hopefully, we've learned a lot in building this house. I'll go over some things that, on another video that I've learned and that I wouldn't do again. Now, one of the things I'll tell you right now, while I got you here, is a big no-no that you don't want to do. Is if you go into the bathroom, both bathrooms, let's see, hopefully I have enough light here, but you can see I got maybe there's not enough light in there, but anyway, there's an instant water heater in there, as they call it, a tankless water heater, and that, if you're off-grid, is a no-no, because those things, they're convenient in that they're small and they give you instant hot water. But man, when I tell you they use a lot of electricity, they use a lot of power. So you don't want to put that in your off-grid home. What you want to do is you want to go with either a solar type water heater that installs above the house, the solar, or you want to go with these traditional that has an actual tank on it. They heat the water and they keep the water hot. So those are what you want to use if you're off-grid. You don't want to use those tankless. That's a no-no. All right, so that is it. So we'll step back outside and hey kitty, And Hey Kitty is finally coming up to me because he's looking for some food. He said, this dude, I don't trust him, but he got some food I know he want to give me. Hey Kitty, you want some food? He's looking for some bones. Let's see. I hadn't been able to, he still don't trust me much, so he's been refusing to come. Sometimes when the owners are close, he will come and grab it out my hand, but otherwise, he don't want to grab it from me. Let's see if he grabs it today. Hey Kitty, you want some food? I got some bones for you. Hey Kitty, hey, come. Yeah. Anyway, let me leave Hey Kitty's food out here. So you guys are doing some reading today?
Yes.
It's good. I'm recording a little bit, so you guys go right on. All right, guys. So that is it for today. Next time we'll go into a bit more. Hopefully you can see this. I know the camera has me a bit dark, so let's go walk out. Hey Kitty, how are you? Okay guys, that's it for this episode of the Eric McNeil Be Free Show. Now if you haven't already done so, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You can also check me out on Facebook.com/Eric McNeil is free. Okay, so you can go on Facebook. I do a lot of writing as well, so I can't record as much as I can write. So if you're into reading things, then definitely subscribe to my page on Facebook. And until next time, hoorah, ahuru. Now be free.